You know that moment, just before dawn maybe? The world is still quiet. And your mind, the part that worries and plans, it's quiet too, for a change. But then you notice it.
Ah, yes.
Your shoulders are tight, holding something you didn't even consciously pick up. Or maybe your jaw is clenched, just aching a little.
Yes. And even before you think about the day, perhaps your stomach feels tight, knotted with this anticipation, even though nothing's happened yet.
Exactly.
The body's already speaking, it's delivering its message.
And I think for so long, we've been taught to see those signals, the ache, the knot, as, I don't know, a kind of failure, like we're not managing things right.
But perhaps we could shift that view entirely.
How so?
It's not weakness at all. It's actually a profound kind of wisdom. There's this truth, observed in so many ancient traditions,
Which is
that the body, well, it simply can't lie. The mind spins stories, it rationalizes, it uses words to hide how we really feel. But the body, it holds the unfiltered record.
like a living manuscript,
Yeah.
inscribed right into our muscles, our nerves.
Precisely that. A living manuscript holding every joy we maybe held back, every fear we didn't let ourselves feel, every boundary we didn't quite hold.
It feels so fundamental when you put it that way.
It is. It's the core insight, really. All experience happens first in the body. We think of emotions as mental things, labels we apply.
Right, like I feel angry.
Yes, but before the label, there's the physical event, the immediate sensation.
So anger isn't just the word.
Yeah.
It's that heat rising in your chest. The throat may be tightening.
Exactly. Or that pulse quickening. It's visceral. And grief. Well, grief is that unmistakable hollowness, isn't it? Right in the center.
Or that weight behind the eyes. Kind of slowness in the limbs.
Yes. These aren't just side effects. They are the primary language of being human. They tell us quite directly how we are in the world at that moment.
But goodness, we live in a world that seems to constantly tell us to ignore that language, doesn't it?
It really does. We've become incredibly skilled at overriding our own physical knowing.
Treating the body like
Yeah.
a machine that just needs maintenance.
Keep it running, maximum output. Not like a sacred messenger. We pop a pill for a headache without asking, what's the tension behind this?
Or rely on coffee to push past exhaustion.
Ignoring that deep fatigue that's desperately trying to tell us something important. Urgent news, really.
Treating the signal like it's a malfunction instead of communication.
So the invitation, really, is just to gently turn that around. Instead of silencing the signal, lean in. Get curious.
That feels like the key shift, doesn't it? From
Yeah.
fixing to listening. But how do we start? How do we learn to translate this subtle grammar?
We begin with, well, what the Tibetans call liski drenpa, body mindfulness.
Okay.
It's really a commitment to learning the body's own dialect, paying attention not just to the big pains, but the tiny shifts.
Like what?
Like that little flutter in your stomach just before a difficult conversation, or maybe a sudden coolness in your hands when shame flickers through you. These small sensations, they're the inner self speaking its truth, completely uncensored.
It makes me think of that story about Ananda, the Buddha's attendant. So devoted, knew all the teachings by heart.
Yes, but he hadn't quite awakened. Intellectually, he got it all.
Right.
His breakthrough came when he stopped thinking about the teachings and finally felt them. In his bones. Like a vibration of truth moving through his cells.
That's such a powerful image for us. Stop outsourcing truth just to words, to ideas.
And trust the resonance within, the felt sense.
Because language, words can be such a filter, can't they? We can say, I'm fine, and maybe even sound convincing.
Even when our whole body is shouting something else entirely, we perform acceptability with words.
But the body doesn't perform.
No. It has no agenda, no reputation to protect. It just is. And in that raw honesty, that's where we find the path back to our authentic selves. If you feel tight, you are tight, whatever words you might use.
So we start seeing the body not just as a temporary thing, but as a sanctuary. A quiet temple where the deepest truths are waiting.
Yes. And every little tremor, every ache that lingers, every sigh that just escapes, maybe it's less a complaint and more like
A prayer you forgot you were praying.
Exactly. And posture, too, tells such a story. If we really look, think about shoulders that are always rounded, slumped forward. Maybe they're carrying the weight of other people's expectations. A burden picked up years ago and never consciously put down.
Or shallow breathing. I notice that sometimes.
Often that's an echo, isn't it? From a time, maybe long ago, when we learned somehow it was safer to be small, to not take up too much space.
And noticing this,
Yeah.
it's not about blaming ourselves.
Never. It's simply awareness.
Yeah.
Because suffering, dukkha as it's sometimes called, it doesn't really come from the pain itself. It comes from our resistance to what's already happening.
The secondary suffering. The headache is the first thing, but then there's all the energy spent fighting it, resenting it.
Trying to power through it, that's the trap. Layering resistance onto resistance, and the miracle, the transformation, happens the moment we stop fighting.
And turn towards it.
Turn towards the sensation with just kindness. Maybe placing a hand on that knot in your stomach and just whispering inside, I'm here. I hear you.
Does the feeling just vanish then? We often hope for that magic fix.
Not always instantly, no, but it softens. It always softens. It integrates. It stops feeling like an enemy when you acknowledge it.
It becomes part of you rather than something attacking you.
Precisely. And this isn't just poetic thinking. Neuroscience shows us the body and mind are one system. The vagus nerve connects gut and brain, constantly sending signals. Suppress an emotion. Your cells actually record that. They file it away, unresolved.
So if healing means listening, we need to understand why the body speaks in these specific ways, this physical grammar.
Which brings us to something called samskara, these deep impressions, conditioning, etched into the nervous system by emotions we didn't fully process.
Habits in the body.
Habits in the body, exactly. Every time you swallowed anger that was justified, every time you pushed past exhaustion, that refusal gets recorded.
So unresolved feelings become physical imprints. You called it karma in the flesh?
In a way, yes. The symptoms aren't just random, they're invitations, really. Invitations to revisit and integrate those accumulated imprints. The body's trying to complete a feeling cycle, the mind cut short.
So we can learn to have a dialogue with these physical metaphors instead of just treating the surface like chronic low back pain. So many people struggle with that.
Yes, and if we look beyond just the physical strain, maybe we see years of carrying too much. Emotionally. The back is literally trying to hold everything up, expectations, responsibilities, tasks we couldn't say no to. The body's crying out, it's okay to lean, you're allowed support.
And insomnia, that awful feeling, body tired, mind racing.
That often reflects tanha clinging, craving. The mind is clinging so tightly to outcomes, rehearsing futures, replaying pasts.
So the nervous system stays on high alert.
Exactly. Believing danger is near even when you're safe in bed. The body's still running from something that isn't actually there in the room.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And the tight jaw we talked about earlier, what's that holding back?
Well, the jaw guards our speech, doesn't it? So, chronic clenching. It's often the residue of words that needed to be spoken, boundaries that weren't set. It's guarding a silence that maybe became toxic over time.
Locking away truths that might have been freeing?
And digestive issues. We even use that language, I can't stomach this, I can't digest that situation.
Right.
The gut, our second brain, is struggling. It's finding it hard to fully process life experiences, to chew, absorb, release. The body's saying very clearly, slow down, chew your life, assimilate the good, let go of the rest.
So this shifts us, doesn't it? From feeling like a victim of the symptom, like we're possessed by it.
To simply being with it. That presence, that's the core of Kayagadasati mindfulness sunk deep into the body.
How does that look practically?
It means pausing the story you're telling yourself about the feeling. Maybe putting a hand on your chest when anxiety flares. Breathing into it. And whispering inside, fear is here. Okay, thank you for trying to protect me.
Acknowledging its purpose.
Yes. And in that moment, you reclaim yourself. The symptom loses its power because it's not the whole story anymore.
The awareness itself is transformative. Realizing the symptom was maybe protecting something vulnerable. I remember hearing about a woman with severe migraines. Doctors couldn't find a cause. But when she sat with the pain, really treated it like a messenger, a memory came up. Her father used to criticize her harshly if she showed too much joy. So her body learned unconsciously to create migraines, to shut down the joy before it attracted that disapproval. And when she saw that, saw the protective intention with compassion.
The migraines lessen their grip because the need for that specific harsh protection dissolved in the light of awareness. Healing starts by honoring the wisdom in the protection, not fighting it.
So bringing this into daily life, amidst all the chaos, how do we make this listening a real practice, a ritual of returning to ourselves, not just another self-help task?
We can create simple, really powerful moments of connection. First, the morning body check-in. Before the phone, before the to-do list takes over. Just sit, maybe 2 minutes. Scan your body, head to toe, just notice. What's the texture of the tension? Where's there ease? Are there numb spots?
And then what? Just notice.
Just notice. Don't judge it. Breathe into it. And maybe silently acknowledge your body. Thank you. Thank you for carrying me. It grounds you in reality right away, establishes partnership for the day.
That feels gentle, doable. And what about when overwhelm hits later in the day?
Then we use the breath as a bridge. When you feel that rush heart pounding, thoughts scattering, use your breath consciously to signal safety to your nervous system, to activate the rest and digest. Cultivating samatha, calm abiding, through rhythm.
Is there a specific rhythm you find helpful?
A simple one works well. Maybe inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold gently for 2, and then exhale fully, letting go for 6 counts.
So the exhale is longer.
Yes, the extended exhale is key for calming the system. Repeat that maybe 3, 4, 5 times. You don't have to change the situation outside, just your state inside.
That's empowering. A tool always available. And then, at the end of the day, before sleep,
The evening body dialogue. Just lie down comfortably and gently ask your body, ask your being, what did you try to tell me today? What messages did I maybe miss or only half hear?
and listen for the answer.
Just listen. Don't force it. Maybe fatigue whispers, you gave too much away today. Or maybe a little flutter reminds you, that conversation, it mattered. Honor whatever comes up.
It builds that ongoing conversation, that trust. In a world that pushes exhaustion as a badge of honor, this feels revolutionary. To say fatigue is wisdom.
It is wisdom. And needing rest isn't laziness, it's integrity. It's honoring your own limits, your own truth.
And sensitivity isn't weakness.
Sensitivity is your superpower. It's the finely tuned instrument that lets you feel life deeply, yourself, the world.
It brings us back to that image of the Buddha, doesn't it? Achieving enlightenment right there, sitting in his body, touching the earth. The Bhuma Sparsha Mudra.
Grounding the truth in flesh. The body was never, ever the obstacle to freedom.
It was the doorway, all along.
It was always the doorway.
So maybe tonight, as you settle down, listener, just place a hand on your heart, maybe your belly, wherever feels right, and offer this phrase just gently to that deep inner wisdom. I'm sorry I didn't always listen sooner. Thank you for never giving up on me. I'm ready now. I'm ready to hear you. And perhaps in that quiet acceptance, that's where the true homecoming begins.